Welcome to the fourth section, Get Reactive with Spring. The first video is Exploring Reactive Programming. What is reactive programming? Reactive programming paradigm that deals with asynchronous data streams and the propagation of change. But what does that mean? Let's take an example for synchronous, asynchronous, and reactive programming to make it more clear to us. We are planning a birthday party with our friends. We want to bake a birthday cake and eat it all together. The synchronous way would be, we first bake the cake, wait till it is ready, then we phone our friends. We wait till everybody is there, and then we can eat the cake. But that can last very long. The asynchronous way would be, we bake the cake, while it is in the oven, we phone our friends. When the cake is ready, we start eating with the risk that the friends haven't arrived yet. The reactive way is we bake the cake while it is in the oven, we phone our friends, and when both the cake has been baken and the friends have arrived, we can start eating all together. So you wait till all asynchronous actions are completed and then you proceed. The Spring WebFlux starter was added in the Spring Framework version 5 to offer a non-blocking web stack. It supports reactive streams back pressure, and it runs on servers like Netty, Undertow, or other Servlet 3.1 containers. Spring WebFlux depends on the Reactive library, and both WebFlux and Reactive were developed by the same company, Pivotal. The Reactor library is used to compose asynchronous logic and to provide reactive streams support. The Reactor library itself provides API types Mono and Flux. Mono offers a null to one data sequence, and Flux offers a null to n data sequence. The operators of these data sequences support non-blocking back pressure. A WebFlux API accepts a plain publisher as input, adapts it to a reactor type, uses that and returns a Flux or a Mono as output. This diagram shows how the two, Spring Web MVC and Spring Web Flux, relate to each other. Both are on a par. If you have already a Spring MVC application, there is no need to change it. In our ebook store, I won't do any changes to it. I will show you in the next videos of reactive programming how to set up a similar WebFlux-based application. Both can share the same annotations, reactive clients and class like Tomcat, Jetty, or Undertow. If you have to decide what starter to use at the beginning of a project, you can consider the following. Should it be completely non-blocking? Do you want a lightweight functional web framework? Will you use blocking persistence libraries like JPA or networking API? This is an example for reactive programming in our ebook store. You see that our controller class has the annotation REST controller. The difference now is that the GET requests to get all authors and get books by author returns a data sequence of Flux. This is an example how we use the web test client provided by the WebFlux starter. We have to bind the client to the server or to the controller class we want to test against. The client makes a GET request to the author's endpoint with the media type JSON to be accepted. We do the exchange, expect the return status to be OK, and the header should be JSON. After that, we can do verifications with the response body.